Recently I did a video showing how to beat all 3 gear raids stage 18 using an epic only team, and people seem to quite enjoy that, so I'm going to do guild boss this time. I'll start on Nightmare 3, and if it goes really well I'll give Nightmare 4 a go as well. And my plan with this is basically, now that I've got all these heroes built up, I'll be using them in future for all of my guides, be it for artifact raid or for the basic trial or for more campaign missions. That way it's a bit more of a friendly team rather than just ramming a bunch of legendary heroes at stuff. So the team I'm going to be using for this guild boss run, Tario, since I've heard she's quite good, I've not actually tried her yet, so I'm interested for that. Vorov, exactly the same. I built him up without actually trying him. Oh, let me just go back and show gear. So yep, Tario, the first one. I have stolen the gear off of my, I think it was Setram for her gear, so this is not spare gear. And for Vorov, same deal. I heard he was pretty good, so I built him just for this purpose. And again, I stole this gear off of Nocturne, I believe. I'll be using Brienne just because I did a quick test run with a few of the epics before I built a few more up, and she did quite good. This is her normal gear. Maul, the same deal. This is his normal gear, and he did quite good in that as well. Raph, of course, is staple. I use him in my normal teams in Nightmare 4 even, and he does a very, very good job. So this is his own gear, his own stats, everything else. You see I have no awakenings on Vorov. I'm missing the last one from Tario, but that shouldn't affect anything as it's like a kills increase the ultimate duration. And everyone else here so far is 5 awakening. Then I will be using, I believe, Estrid. Again, I built her pretty recently. I haven't really used her much before. She has her own set of gear, which isn't the best, but it's pretty okay. And she is awakened free, so I can get the permanent defense down debuff up. And the rage recovery from awakening 5 would be useful, but nothing crazy, so I think this is pretty okay for that. And then I will be using Imani. She should be better than she will be. She won't be very good because 1, this gear is not great, and 2, I don't have an Infernal Lord. Imani really shines when you have Pyros, and unfortunately I don't. And I will be using Dolores, of course. She's staple in all of my guild boss teams at the moment for her incredible buff. And again, this is her own gear, pretty decent set, I think. Using the Glacier to give her a bunch of extra attack, and this will affect the boost of her skill, her ultimate. So that makes up the 8 heroes I'll be using, and then additionally to that I'll probably take Ein for the Lord benefit that he grants, but I won't be placing him, so you can only place 8. So with that out of the way, let's get to it and give it a go. I haven't tested this before, so I don't know how it's going to go. I've tested the placement so I can get my thumbnail, but I haven't tried it out yet. So you can see I have Ein on the first one, and I have Raph on the second. I was debating using a North Dagner Lord just so I can get some stat boosts for these 3. But I factored that probably Raph with his own benefit on just himself is actually going to be stronger. So we'll see how this goes. I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to break all 3 shields. My goal is 6.5k Dragon Blood damage. This is Nightmare 3. 6.5k gets you full rewards, all 4 of the little milestones. And if I can hit that, then I'll give Nightmare 4 a go. So first up, we'll drop everyone down. 3 fighters in range. I put Raph at the front because he has no active skill. His ultimate is passively activated, automatic, so I don't need to be able to select him. Dolores goes here, and you can see she is covering those 3. And then now I just need to chuck down people as quick as I can. Imani goes here. Tario here. And I put Shark King, or Maul, at the back because he has a much bigger attack range, so he can, from the back here, still inside Dolores' heal, he can still hit the boss, so it doesn't affect anything. And I'm just going to wait for her ultimate to come up on Dolores, and then I'm going to do that. Let's change the camera angle with a little good tip for you there to use. It helps a lot if you're having trouble selecting ults. And now let's just pop absolutely everything. There's no shield at the moment, but that's fine because I should have enough damage to blow that shield. I probably only need to save... I'll just save this one. Yeah, so much time. I probably only need to save for the 3rd shield, potentially, but we'll see. So far, so good. This permanent 30% defense break is really nice, so that should be helping my DPS immensely. And let's wait for Dolores' ult a little bit longer just to get some more people's ults up. And that's probably good enough. So let's go. Because Maul's ult comes back so rapidly. So you really want to capitalize on it and use it as much as you can. So unfortunately, I'm probably going to hit the 2nd shield with absolutely nothing of it. Oh, Maul is straight back up again. Maul is just so good. I really cannot rate Maul enough from the epic tier. He is just such a powerful epic. And this is a little bit closer. But not that close, really. So, but yeah, I'll definitely save my Dolores ult for the 3rd shield just to be safe. I don't want to have to redo this. And at the moment I'm at 3.5k Dragon Blood. I need another 3k to hit the milestone I'm after, which is 6.5k. At the moment I think we might do it, but it will be a bit closer than I'd anticipated. I can probably fire Maul's ult because his comes off really fast. And my Dragon Blood is going to be going down a bit now actually, because I'm not going to be casting ults as much. Alright, so after this meteor impact, the boss is going to pop his third shield. So let's start boosting everyone up. And everyone go ham. Let's absolutely destroy. Nice, that went down pretty easily. And we're at 5.3k Dragon Blood. We have a minute left, no more shields to go. You don't deal Dragon Blood damage when you're attacking the shield, so it's a good thing to keep in mind. I really need to keep checking more. His ult comes up so fast. Brienne comes up quite fast as well. But just having this permanent crack, the debuff from Estrid is really value. Just any time is a good time to hit the boss. And Dolores' ult is wasting no time at all. That's actually really efficient. Nice timing there. And I'm going to let this complete. I haven't done my attacks for today, but yeah, there we go. We're over the threshold. We did it. We beat the threshold. That is nice. This team worked. Complete ticket. All 4 milestones in Nightmare 3 using only an epic team. Pretty good result there. I don't think it's good enough for Nightmare 4, but we'll try it. It will be fun to give it a go. So 6668 Dragon Blood. Nice. All the way to the end. Now, here's a bug with the game. It updates your highest record no matter what you do. So if I'd recommend not messing about too much if you get a worse score, because it just updates at the moment. There's some bug going on with that. Yeah, it's definitely not my highest. I think my highest is like 15k at the moment. Anyway, let's go to the damage. Well, that's very interesting to see, actually. Vorov did a really, really good job, considering he's actually the least awakened out of everyone here. He has 0 awakenings. Everyone else has got some, or most of them. So Raph doing a fantastic job as expected. Tario doing a lot better than I had anticipated. I had been told by some friends that she would be good, but I was skeptical of her, honestly, and she's proven herself there. She's done a very good job. Bear in mind these two, Tario and Vorov, and Raph as well, are in much better gear than everyone else. The rest of them are kind of in makeshift gear, especially Imani. So I wouldn't treat this as like a good value of how some of these heroes are functioning. The first 3 are in like really top tier gear with ideal sets and, you know, the full shebang. So, and they've also got pretty good artifacts on them. Brienne is not geared that great. Estrid is okay, but it's not great really. Maul is decent but no set. Imani's really isn't good. She's missing like 30% crit chance, and she's missing a set and a bunch of stuff. And Dolores is very well geared. So pretty interesting. Tario is a lot better than I expected. Vorov did a pretty good job, but it's kind of interesting to see Tario beat Vorov. But yeah, there we go. So that is Nightmare 3 using an epic team. Now let's go get spanked in Nightmare 4 and see how badly this goes. If I can break the first shield, I'll be happy. I don't expect that will be the case. But let's give it a go. Exactly the same strats as last time, other than the fact that I will have to save all of my ultimates for the shields. If I don't, there's no chance they're going down. The second shield has absolutely 0 chance of being broken. There's just no way I'm going to break the second shield. But I will be happy if I can break the first shield. So let's go. Place everyone down. Come on. Hurry up. Ah, my butterfingers. And there we go. Everyone's down. Didn't waste too much time. I'll probably just use Maul's ult because he has a really, really fast recovery period. And these guys aren't as tanky as my legendaries, so I kind of am expecting that some people will die to the boss. But let's see how it goes. Alright, here we go. Maul is not ready, so that's unfortunate. Oh, oh, wow, we crushed that shield. Did not expect that. Didn't even have Maul. Okay, now I'm just going to save for the second shield. I want to see how close we can get to breaking the second shield. This is going way better than I'd expected. That's quite interesting. So we've got another 40 seconds until the next one comes up. I probably could have got away with a Maul ult, but I'm going to play it safe just in case. Dolores, can you keep everyone alive in time? Ooh. The marksmen on the left are taking a bit of a beating. Okay, now let's go nuts. Fire absolutely everything. Oh, that is not going well. Okay, now I'm going to exit out of this because I don't want to waste my attack. I can still see the graph at the end, but they're all about to completely die. I didn't break the shield in time. As you can see, the destructive spit is about to cast and everyone will die. So they did nearly half the damage to the shield on the second shield on Nightmare 4, 2.5k Dragon Blood. That is pretty good, honestly. I'm impressed. I'm impressed they broke the first shield so easily, and the second shield made quite a bit of progress, but I don't know that you can do this with epics unless you had a Pyros. I'm missing some very big epics actually. So the two that I'm missing that would make the difference potentially would be Deimos and Pyros. I think if you had those two, the werewolf guy and Pyros the infernal faction leader, you might have a good chance at breaking this with only epics. But with what I've got right now, I guess I could maybe move some gear around. It would be quite tough to break this shield with just an epic team. So let's see, 2.5k blood. Let's see if that's any rewards, and if so, how many. So first up, the stats. Vorov doing a pretty good job. Raph miles ahead as expected. And pretty standard. My Imani is very weak. If I replace Brienne or more with a well-built Pyros, and that would power up Imani as well, that could make a huge difference. So it's a shame about that. But anyway, let's have a look and see what reward we would have gotten if I did finish there. How many milestones in Nightmare 4 that is. So just the first one, unfortunately. So you can get the first reward with a fairly strong epic only team. The second reward is possible, I think. Quite interesting results there. Nightmare 3 able to smash it and get a pretty decent result, clearing enough to get the full rewards from my attack. I'm obviously miles down at the moment, but near 7k, which is just a little bit over to getting the reward. So definitely able to get Nightmare 3. Nightmare 4 able to get the first chest, but not able to go any further than that. So that's my results. That's the team I was using. And yeah, quite interesting, quite fun to build them. And now it's nice that I have a whole bunch of epics that are built quite far out. So I'll be using these guys again in future content. I probably won't be pulling their gear back and forth off of my main characters, as it kind of sucks to have some of my main heroes, these two, completely nude for my runs. I have to mess about. But anyway, I'll use them again in future for some other tutorials. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, leave them below. Take care and bye-bye.